In this tutorial, we'll go through the process of bonding a Holux RCV3000 Bluetooth GPS with a Trimble Nomad handheld. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure our Bluetooth devices are turned on. Okay, so we'll just make sure that the Holux is powered on, and we'll also make sure that Bluetooth is turned on our Nomad. Okay, a couple ways to do this on the Nomad. If you have the wireless manager bar turned on, you'll see that Bluetooth is either on or off. If you don't have the wireless manager, you can access it by going to the Start menu. You can come down to Settings and then choose the Connections tab and either choose Bluetooth or either wireless manager. Okay, I'm going to access it from the desktop since I've already got it there. Okay, since Bluetooth is turned off on my unit, I'm going to click on the Bluetooth horizontal bar right here to turn it on. Okay, once it's on, I'm going to click on the menu. Then I'm going to go to Bluetooth settings. Okay, you'll see that I've already got an RCV3000 device connected to this unit. If you've already got a Bluetooth device that you're not going to be using anymore, it's a good time to go ahead and remove it. Okay, and the proper way to remove an existing Bluetooth device is to go to the COM ports tab first. So you'll notice I'm clicking on the COM ports tab down at the bottom, and I'm going to remove the RCV3000 that's already connected here. I'm just going to tap and hold on it, and I'm going to hit delete. Okay, like I said, it's very important that you do it. You delete the device from the COM ports tab first. Okay, now we'll go back to the devices tab, and I'll tap and hold on it right here, and I'll delete it as well. Okay, so if you don't have any Bluetooth devices connected, you should be seeing a screen very similar to this. So what we'll do now is we'll add a new device, and we'll give our handheld a second to search for any nearby Bluetooth devices. Okay, here we found the RCV3000. I'm just going to click on it to highlight it, and I'm going to hit next. Now I enter the passcode. The passcode for any Holux is going to be 0000. So I'll just type in those 4 zeros, and I'll hit next. At this point, you should see a window popping up like this, devices added, and we're going to click on the Advanced tab. We're going to make sure that we check the box next to serial port and hit Save. Okay, if for some reason that went a little too fast for you and you weren't able to check the serial port box, you can always go back and tap and hold on the RCV3000 and go to Edit, and you can check the serial port box there and hit Save. That gives you another opportunity to do it. Okay, at this point I'm going to get rid of my keypad here, and we'll just work our way left to right across the different tabs. So we'll go to the Mode tab, and we've already got Bluetooth turned on. No need to make it visible for other devices for the GPS, Bluetooth GPS to work. So we'll just leave that second box unchecked. Okay, next we'll go to the COM ports tab, and here's where we'll assign what we call an outgoing COM port to the Bluetooth GPS. So I'm going to just click on the New Outgoing Port button, and I'm going to choose the RCV3000 and hit Next. Okay, and we've got 2 Bluetooth COM ports on a Nomad to choose from, and I'm going to choose COM 8, and I'm going to make sure that I uncheck the Secure Connection button, and I'm going to hit Finish. Alright, finally we're going to click on the Power tab, but before we leave this tab, just remember COM 8 will be the COM port we're going to use in Solo Forest or any other GPS program to connect to later. Okay, so just keep that COM port in mind. Alright, so the Power tab. We're going to make sure that we check the top box. That'll just help things in the event that the handheld turns itself off. That'll maintain Bluetooth connections. Okay, we'll hit OK here, and then we will hit Done out of the Bluetooth Manager. Okay, before we open up Solo Forest, one other thing that I like to do is I like to click on the battery icon up at the top, and I like to go to the Advanced tab, and I want to uncheck this top box, and what that's going to do is it's going to prevent the handheld from automatically powering itself off. because it's important to remember that while you're using Bluetooth GPS, you need to make sure that the handheld stays on continuously. If it does power down automatically, there's a good chance that it will disconnect from your GPS. So good thing to keep in mind. The Nomad has plenty of battery power. It should last you all day in the field, so it shouldn't matter if the handheld is running continuously. The Holux also has a long life battery. I think it'll last 20 hours in the field. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK out of this window right here. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and launch Solo Forest. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click the Start menu, and I'm going to click on Solo Forest, give it a second to launch. Okay, as the program comes up, I'm going to create a new project. I'm just going to call this Project Test, and I'm going to hit OK. Alright, once you create the new project, you're going to land on the project settings, and I want you to navigate over to the Receiver tab. Okay, and we're going to set the brand name to Holux, and we're going to set the COM port to COM8, remember? Okay, we're going to leave the baud rate on 4800, and the using Bluetooth checkbox is not necessary, as that's really not working in Solo Forest just yet. Okay, so now we'll hit OK, and we'll see if the Holux is going to connect up. Okay, you'll notice that we have a position, lat long position down in the status bar, and if you see a message here saying 0 of some number of satellites, then you can know that that your GPS is connected. Okay, a couple of troubleshooting tips. If you're in Solo and for some reason the Bluetooth GPS does get disconnected and you receive a message saying something like no data is being received from the GPS, one thing that you can do is you can go to the Tool menu, you can go to GPS Configure, and press the Restart button, and then OK back out. That should reconnect to the GPS. Okay, if this doesn't do the trick, what I'd recommend you do is to minimize Solo by hitting the X in the top right. This doesn't close the program, it just minimizes it. Okay, go to the wireless manager, toggle Bluetooth off, and then toggle it back on. Close out of the wireless manager, go back and let's launch Solo again. And now we can go to Tool. Okay, here we got the message about no data is being received. At this point we can go to the Tool menu, GPS Configure, Restart. Okay, back out, and we've got a position. Okay, one other thing to be aware of is I'll close out of Solo right here, is if you see GPS off right here, don't worry about that. That could be that your Nomad has an internal GPS and it's powered off. Another thing people get confused about occasionally is when they're looking in the wireless manager and you're on the Devices tab. If you see that the device is disconnected, don't worry about that. It will get connected whenever you open a program that accesses the GPS on that outgoing port. Okay, so don't be too concerned about the GPS showing up as disconnected. Okay, one other common problem I see is that when users are having a problem getting connected with their GPS, they stumble upon the GPS applet in the settings, in the Nomad settings. So if you go to the Start menu and you go to Settings and you go to the System tab, you'll see that there's a GPS applet here. If you open that up, I recommend that you don't use this little application here, and but I have seen occasionally somebody will go to the Access tab and they'll check the box that says Manage GPS automatically because it says recommended. Well, when you do that, it undermines your port settings, and it's going to change that port to something other than COM8 like we set it for earlier. So if this happens to you, make sure you uncheck that box and then OK back out. And really the only way to truly get that setting undone is to do a shutdown. So what you would do would be hold down the power button for about 2 or 3 seconds and let go, and it'll bring up the power menu. At that point you would hit shutdown and let the handheld completely power off and then power it back up. Okay, and then you could go back and open Solo and it should connect up with the outgoing COM ports number that matches that in the Bluetooth manager. Well, anyway, hope this helped. If you have any questions connecting this or any other Bluetooth device, just give us a call. The toll-free number is 866-395-5440, and I'm extension 2. Or you can send an email to support@lmssmail.com.